What's going on, guys? Garrett here from the Jobless Gamers, and I'm joined with Mr. Boss for the win.
Hello.
And the Saints fan.
What's up?
Today we're doing Squadcast episode 35, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I think so.
And today's episode, we're going to be talking about first person in next gen, PS3 to PS4 difference, the GT Online next gen, as well as heist possible release date, and of course Squeak Pipe, where you guys submit your questions and we have your answers. Now, with that said, this is a weekly podcast that we put on every single Saturday in regards to GTA 5 and GT Online content, and sometimes other gaming news. This week we were going to be covering Call of Duty and Evolve, but because there was so much GTA 5 news that took us by storm, we're going to go ahead and stick to what we're good at. Now, with that said, this Squadcast is sponsored by DX Racer. We're going to give a big shout out to our sponsor of DX Racer. We're sending out some awesome chairs that each of us, of the members of the squad,
We're sitting in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Maybe
sitting in
for
them.
Garrett, because Garrett's away. But if
Yeah,
he was
I'm away,
in a
but-
position to sit in one, he would choose that.
Yeah, and they're really, really comfortable. If you guys have never heard of DX Racer, check them out. It's pretty freaking cool. And with that said, let's jump into the first topic, being the first person, I guess, announcement and the trailer that was released. So Ross, take it away.
Well, we kind of knew something was going to be announced, right? Like IGN announced, like, stay tuned tomorrow, and we're going to announce something.
Yeah, but we didn't know exactly
Right,
what
it was kind of like a mystery. And
Yep.
then this took everyone by storm. In fact, like the first-person trailer was on the top of Reddit for like 12 hours. That's how big of a deal this was. And this is the first time Rockstar has done first-person. And, well, of like a full remastered first-person mode. And the stat that actually got me, like took me by the most surprise, was the fact that they had over 3,000 new gun animations that they had to do.
Yeah, and that was just gun animation.
Yeah, that's not like
they redid everything.
Right.
That's what's even more impressive to me, man. It's crazy what they did.
Like, do you know how long that probably took? 3,000 just gun animations?
Maybe that's why there's no heist.
I know.
That's why it took so long.
That doesn't include like opening car doors and like flying and all the gauges. There's literally so much to talk about with the
Yeah,
first
every car had their own dashboard and their own unique interior. It's ridiculous, man. So I'm really excited to see what happens.
Well, now we have a better understanding of possibly why heists were even delayed to begin with. Because if they're working on all these animations, they got to do all the animations as well for heist in first person. So maybe that's why it was delayed, because they wanted to make sure that it came out, the same time for Xbox 360, PS3, and PS4.
They
and
had to bring the
Xbox.
voice or the actors back, right? Michael, Trevor, and
Yeah.
Franklin to like redo
believe
all
so.
that from their point of view, because they had to get like their hands and their arms and movements redone completely. So
Yeah, one
And
thing
if-
actually that kind of was not that noticeable, or like if you weren't looking for it, you wouldn't have noticed it. But in the first-person trailer and a bunch of the screenshots, dude, their skin, and sounds really weird, but their skin on their like hands, it looks so
realistic.
freaking
Yeah.
realistic. It's
ridiculous.
are you
insane.
talking about the one where like Michael or Trevor is
just all of, I don't know,
Yeah.
everyone you can think of,
Even
like their
like Trevor
hand,
with the cuts on his hands, like Trevor,
Yeah.
you can see like all the cuts and like his hands. You can see they're worn,
the
like just
crack
like
on
really
his
beat
phone.
up.
Like you know,
Yeah, that was cool.
That was crazy. Like just those subtle amounts of detail. Like I know there was one photo. I believe it was Trevor. He was actually flying a plane, and there were these two green buttons, and it said gear up and gear down. And that is so cool. So whenever you would click in on like the left stick, it would say gear up or gear down.
yeah, it's just gonna.
The,
it's,
the
I
amount
don't
of
know, man.
detail is ridiculous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing that
exciting.
actually I am glad Rockstar did with the first person mode. Not only is it a click of a button, it's not where you have to go into your menu, whatever, but it also changes like the way you play the game. For instance, normally you would double tap A to sprint. Go first person mode. Well, now it's the left thumbstick like it would be in Call of Duty, Battlefield, any other first person shooter. So that's like.
Yeah, but it makes you wonder, what is A going to be used for?
Well, no, it changes it'll be like I don't know, what is A in, it'll be A for jump, right? Because that's what it is in the
I
other
guess.
first person shooter games. And X would be to reload, B to crouch, maybe LB to throw grenades, because there was also in the trailer the guy threw a grenade without having to switch to it in
Right,
his weapon
that was
wheel.
something I
That's-
talked about
that's
as well,
huge.
and that is so cool.
Yeah.
That was very cool, but it wasn't more like a throw. It was like oh my god, gotta get rid of this toss.
Well,
Like,
I don't think you're going
real
to be able
quick.
to aim it. I think you're just going to be able
Yeah,
to
I think it's just
get rid
like
of it.
a toss in a direction. Yeah, which is still very cool. It's like an underhand toss in the direction you want it to go, which is very sweet.
Yeah, maybe that's
because
like a quick throw, and if you switch to it in your weapon wheel, then you can actually throw it.
I think having the switch to explosives that we had to do before was just always so stupid. Like you had to like go ahead and go to the weapon wheel, tab to sticky grenades or tab to grenades and then throw it. That was always such a waste of time. And now that Rockstar decided to,
you wind up passing it because you're on the wrong one. It was just a mess.
It was a mess. It was definitely a mess. But overall, first person I think has had a great response, and the community has really loved it. Even though there's been I've had some hate. People are not happy with the first person.
Well, I think there's some traditionalists. Obviously, GTA has been a third person open world game for so long, and change is gonna upset some people. You cannot make everyone happy. It's just it.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't even it. Like, most people were just saying, like, I don't want to say names. I was getting tweets.
Yeah,
that was just like, it's just like people.
Gimmick. Well, no, that's what it makes. If you think about it from other people's perspective, it kind of does look like a gimmick, just because, as some people mentioned, when you're driving, it kind of looks nauseous a little bit, and there's just some other instances in first person where traditionally I don't think you would want to play GTA in first person, but I mean the option's there.
Yeah, the great thing, it's not forced upon you. It's
exactly.
like if you want it, it's there. Yeah.
Which you can do.
The cool thing is you can actually be like in first person at certain situations, and then when you go against cover, it automatically switches to third person.
Yeah.
Do you guys know that? There's a cool option
awesome.
that allows it.
In that, like, say you want to walk around in third person, but as soon as you get in a car, you want it to be first person. Well, instead of, hitting the button to switch it, it'll do it automatically. So that's what's awesome about the first person thing.
That's why I think it got such a great reception, is because Rockstar's done it so well. Like, if they had just said, like, here's a first person mode, and it was just like it switched your view from behind the character to the eyes of the character, they didn't do any remastering, I think this would have gone over terrible. But since they've done such a great job looking at all the little things, like Garrett mentioned, how you can just like go from, you want to drive first person in a car, but when you shoot, you want to be in third person, just the little things like that. So,
well, do you guys remember that one modded gameplay we received a while ago that was in first person that was just like very buggy, and like sometimes you would see the characters?
That's how I imagined.
I think if they would have done that, then there would have been a lot of hate. But the thing is, I know Rockstar pretty well, and they have the industry. They set the bar. I mean, Rockstar. I read an article. I forgot where I read it. It said it's not next gen until Rockstar says it's next gen, and this is going to be the only game, in my opinion, that really uses the full potential of these next gen consoles, and it's hopefully going to blow us all away, because there hasn't really been any huge games out that have really, I think, mastered that next gen potential besides Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So, besides that, I mean, I don't see any other game being able to make something so beautiful. So we're going to have to see if Rockstar really delivers with all this beauty that IGN and TVG is promising, because, I mean, they talk so highly of it, and I can't imagine it not being as great as they say it is.
Yeah, and I mean, look, as much hate that we give towards Rockstar and the community, when I say we, the community, they make great games. Like, you can't even deny that. So you already know it's going to be really good. And the single player, I'm really excited to go back through it, play everything in first person, see all the new stuff that they added, see it from a new perspective. Like, that's going to be so much fun.
I can't imagine playing the whole single player again in first person.
Dude, I'm going to do it, man.
It'd be difficult.
It would be so
difficult.
It would be such a time constraint. Like, I can't imagine how many hours I would be sinking into GTA 5 again just to do it in first person. God, this is going to be rough. A lot of sleepless nights.
You know people are going to do that, though.
Energy company.
Oh, for sure.
I think that's going to be one of the cool things, and that's why later on we'll be talking about Heist on why they're going to be probably releasing it later, just because of the whole time of people. They want people to enjoy the game, similar to how they did for GTA Online when it first came out, when the GTA first released. But overall, I mean, first person is something definitely to be hyped about, even though there is, of course, there's always two sides to every story or two sides to every group, and a lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it. And honestly, I'm on the side that loves it. I think it's a great idea. It's something that we've always wanted. This is one of the first GTA games to receive first person. And as little as it may seem like, it's not really game changing, it's huge, because you're going to be experiencing a world that you've only seen one way, now in a different light. It's just like totally different. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, it completely changes GTA. Like,
yep.
Yeah, it does. I mean, first person, like, Rockstar, every GTA game, like y'all said, it's been a traditional third person. Now they're breaking the barrier between third and first person. Like, what do you even call it now? Like, what is the category?
A multi-person open world game.
No, it's third person.
It's fourth person.
There you go.
Yeah, somebody in my comments was like, "I'm waiting on second person now, man. Where's the second person?"
What would second person be? It would be told from like a second character looking on at all.
Yeah,
times.
looking on God.
No, but
Rockstar looking down on your
God
character.
Simulator.
yeah.
There's a game like that. I forgot what it's called.
Is there? But no, first person in online. That's what's going to be another cool thing. People, they're playing Call of Duty now. Battlefield, the hardline doesn't come out till next year, but they were kind of looking forward to that. Even Halo's coming out, but like now you can play first person Grand Theft Auto online in death matches, and it's going to be interesting to see how they actually feel, because at least in third person, the movement, at least in death matches for me, is a little bit clunky, and it's still in 30 frames per second. So I'm wondering if that is gonna, like, I don't know, make the movement not as fluid as
I think it'll
say
still
a
look
Call of Duty.
really good.
Well, no, it'll look good, but I'm wondering if it'll feel good. That's like first-person death matches. That's going to be super fun, because now we can actually, like, I don't know. I'm actually excited for death matches. I sucked at third-person shooting, but now first-person, it's interesting.
It changes the way you're going to play that game, because in third person you can like see around walls and you can look behind things, but in first person only, it literally becomes a first person shooter, and you have to like use your first person shooter tactics to do well. And same with races. Like in races, all you have to do is, what is it, like clicking the left or right stick, and you can like see behind you.
Yeah.
In first person, you literally have to like crane your neck backwards like you would if you were actually driving. So
unless they have usable rear view mirrors.
I don't think they do, because in one of the trailers,
that'd be crazy.
Rear view mirror, it didn't look like
usable rear view mirror.
But hold on,
you
real quick.
behind you.
Going back to the death matches, and the one thing first-person shooters rely on is twitch reflexes. And if the movement is clunky, then I don't see the people actually doing those a lot. So I'm hoping that everything works out perfectly, obviously. But that's the one sort of issue that I'm gonna look into, like, right when this comes out, because that's the only thing I can see that can limit the potential. Because if not, dude, we'll be doing first-person heists, we'll be doing first-person death matches, we'll be doing first-person captures, last team standing,
First-person parties.
We'll have freaking Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever in this game, and then we can go to online and go free mode. Like, it's gonna be the best of every world.
Especially when PC comes out, you can make all these things happen.
Speaking of that, Rockstar is by far the mastermind troll when it comes to raining on someone else's gaming parade. Like, literally, what was it? The day Call of Duty comes out, the official day Call of Duty comes out, they drop like the biggest trailer since like the announcement of like GTA Online. In terms of like excitement and
it wasn't even heist.
No, it wasn't even heist. They literally are like the biggest trolls. They like know what's up, and I was
reading some comments, and they were like, "Yeah, first person's great, but did everyone forget about heist?" But I think that first person is going to open our eyes to a lot of new things. I was reading through some Reddit posts, and people were saying that what first person is allowing us to do is like, we've seen only GTA 5 and GTA Online as if it was black and white, and now with first person, it's as if the world has been given color, because it's such a huge difference. It may seem small when you just say third person, first person, but when you really look at the grand scheme of things and the depth and the things that you're adding to the game with first person, it's just gonna be like, what the hell? Especially on these next gen consoles, PS4 and Xbox One and PC. The foliage, the new animals, the new everything they're adding is just ridiculous.
It's
you guys,
huge. This is so small, but it's freaking awesome that they're doing this. They're adding fireflies at nighttime in the forest.
I saw that. I saw the fireflies.
The detail.
Dude, I think I'm more excited about the dolphins.
And the
Dude,
stingrays,
stingrays
and the whales,
and the whales.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm gonna become an oceanographer.
Dude, right?
And
We're gonna be doing so much stuff underwater.
We're gonna have
underwater heists.
We're gonna have a heist prep on a whale.
You guys make fun of me for just driving mindlessly. I'm just gonna find you guys online, just like in the crack and stuff, just like swimming.
Hey Austin, did you find a whale yet? No, man, I haven't found a whale yet. Still looking.
Just
you
get
heard
off in
Nemo?
their natural habitats.
Heist from Finding Nemo. We came up with it here first.
It's gonna be great, dude. It's gonna be
Oh,
great.
man. It's
But
gonna be
since
so much fun.
since we are on this topic, this is a perfect transition to move into the PS3 to PS4 difference and how big of a
actually,
difference.
Hold on though, real quick. Well, the last thing, because I did.
Oh,
have
man.
A lot of, I did
here
have a
we
lot
go.
of people ask me about this. In
right, here we
online,
go.
the first
Yep.
person. What are you guys' opinions on what it's going to bring to the table? As like when you're running into people in the streets and you can switch or quickly go from first to third. You know, how's the gun battles and how fair is it going to be to say a first person versus somebody in third person? What do you guys think about that?
I don't think it matters. I think it's a fair ground. You can play however you feel more comfortable with. I think the cool thing is to be when you're going to be in first person and somebody runs you over. That's going to
It's
look
gonna
cool.
be really funny.
Oh my gosh! Just seeing a car come at you head on, knowing you can't do anything about it.
Imagine playing with the Oculus Rift.
Crazy. But some people were saying how there's almost no point in going first person and online because third person they have the advantage of seeing around a corner and they have the advantage. And another thing, how is auto aim going to work? Because that wouldn't make sense if there was auto aim in first person. You would think.
There's auto aim, free aim, and assisted aim.
Yep. They announced all
That's in
three of those
single
things.
player though. That's in single player.
Well, you'd think it'd carry over to online.
But a first person shooter having auto aim and multiplayer, that just doesn't sound right. So there's going to be some interesting stuff happening. And I'm wondering, this would solve all the issues. If there's different servers, if there was a starting screen like there was in GTA 4, and you can pick either a third person server, first person server, first person realism server where there's like no minimap, and like if they did something like that, it would fix every problem. But I think at the start there's going to be some back and forth on whether or not first person is better in online against other players or third person is better, because that's what it seems like is happening right now, at least from some of the comments that I've had.
I think it's still going to be cool.
Oh, for sure.
I definitely think so as well. So, are you ready now, Austin?
Move right in. Let's go.
All right, so PS3 to PS4 difference. There's huge differences coming to the table, and I'm pretty excited for all these differences because, we've been on these old-gen consoles for quite a while now. I mean, Xbox 360 and PS3 are old. I mean, it is what it is. It's like playing the Nintendo 64 now. That's how
They're
old it is.
2006 computers. That's what they are.
And now we have the PS4, Xbox One, and PC versions of GTA 5. How excited are you for these changes coming to GTA 5?
Are you talking about
Austin?
the graphical
PC?
differences?
4K
Graphics, everything.
resolution.
Everything.
4K resolution on PC. That's insane.
Do I need like a new monitor to handle 4K?
Yeah,
I need
you
a new
do.
computer to handle 4K. I need
I'm
a
gonna
new
need like
monitor.
a rocket ship to take off in.
You're gonna have to call NASA and be like, "Yo, I need some
NASA,
help here.
I'm having technical difficulties playing 4K GTA.
Don't
Right?
don't crash my computer."
Actually, I heard that 4K recording wise, like you're gonna need like you're gonna need like a terabyte SSD just to record 4K.
Like my
'cause
computer's good, but I don't think it's gonna handle 4K GTA.
Could you imagine 4K GTA plus the mods that'll come out that'll be like ENBs?
It's like a real life simulator.
It's gonna be better than real life. Like I don't know, it's gonna be crazy, man.
Like GTA 4 looks pretty real with some of these like mods and simulators, and that was like
Sure.
2007. This
Exactly.
is 2014.
God,
so
it's gonna be so great, man. But no, I mean PS3 or PS4 and Xbox One. I don't know, man. Like some of the screenshots, you can clearly tell it's like, dude, that's night and day. But then, I don't know. At least for me, I saw a couple where it was like, all right, well, I understand it's not going to be the greatest bump up in graphics, but still, I don't know. Like
I
think
was
there
most impressed by the trailer, the one with like the PS4 gradient coming in on the side.
Yeah.
Everyone was obsessed with that freaking cactus.
dude, that
Things like straight out of like the Discovery Channel.
the cactus. Yeah, the
But
cactus
it looks
is
super real. And then like the fat guy that appears behind Michael.
the fat guy exclusive on PS4.
Yeah, that was. But I mean, that just shows like the detail and like just the NPCs, and
Yeah.
not that the NPCs are like lacking in GTA 5, but it's just like there was another screenshot like this fat guy was walking like a poodle. So is that like another dog we're gonna get?
I think there's gonna be a lot of dogs that.
Dogs, cats.
Well, I don't know if we get, but they're just gonna be roaming around the city.
Still, I like cats and dogs. So
Yeah, and apparently cats are killable. Although they have 9 lives, how does that work, right? But
What were some of the other? There was the cactus. There was the dolphins. In the trailer, at least.
The trailer.
The fat guy.
Well, there was the one that's showing off the trees, which the trees.
Right, those were cool.
That looks amazing.
Those were very cool.
One thing that I was really excited about was, I think it was the third one, the third video sequence. It was the factory, and on PS3 it looked really plain. You know, okay, there's lights on it, but on PS4 it's alive. You see the smoke coming out of the smokestack. You see,
yeah, that was really cool.
Like, lights blinking or something. The leaves swaying in the wind. Like that's
another one. That freaking with the traffic in the dark, the raindrops.
Oh my god, dude, the raindrops. I was freaking out about that, man. Like the
so
puddles
real.
on the ground. Yeah, it's crazy. And actually, one thing in the cactus one, somebody pointed out. I think it was on Reddit. I saw
the cactus one.
Although when you look in the distance, and this is what I'm talking about, like it kind of looks the same as PS3, or like as it is on PS3. But like the mountain in the distance, and like it's way
right.
far
I did
away
kind of
in the
notice
map.
those look similar.
It looks similar, but you could see trees on the mountain.
Right,
in the
on Mount
PS4.
Chiliad.
So like, and that's another huge thing. Like, what kind of mountain don't have trees and all this stuff? So it's gonna be fun going
And that was
up and
rendering
down Mount
from
Chiliad.
that far away.
Yeah.
Just imagine what happens when you get up close.
And then I
So.
think another thing people said was that in all the pictures there was a depth of field effect. So like obviously when you're looking at something up close, stuff in the distance is going to be blurred out. So that's why in some of the PS4, you know, the videos that they showed, like the mountains and whatever else is in the background way far away is kind of blurry. But they said you can turn that off. So at least they give you the options for, you know, these graphics, like the graphic stuff if you want, you know, depth of field, if you want any other stuff that makes
I think it still looks really good. Like even with that turned off or whether it be turned on, like it still looked amazing to me. Like there was never a point where I was like, you know what, Rockstar, this doesn't look good enough. You know, you've done a very piss poor effort on the upgrades.
Rockstar, I wanted this to be real life.
I wanted more pines and magnolia trees on Mount Chiliad. This is just unacceptable.
Surprisingly enough, there's a lot of people that weren't impressed. And one of the bigger questions I had in regards to just
What
the
group
whole,
of people are not impressed by that?
Nah, I've
you
seen
know,
that.
there's people that just are never happy and they just don't like anything Rockstar ever does, and that's who's not
Those
impressed.
people that like invested millions into like the Oculus Rift, and so like they expect everything to be. I don't know.
I don't know, but I do know that if these depths of field and stuff like that that's so intense and all the textures that is coming with the next gen, I can't imagine what they're gonna be doing for PC and how beast of a computer you might need.
That's what we were just saying.
for- yeah, I just can't imagine like what they're.
I
what they're
think there's going to
do.
be a ton of settings. Like you can go from great to just average. I don't think Rockstar's going to make it like you
Great
need
to, like,
like an $8,000 PC.
horrible.
to
Well,
run
no. Well, yeah, obviously every PC games there's like low, medium, high.
But I think Rockstar's going to have like
Very
a ton
high
of
and
different
ultra.
settings.
Well, yeah, every PC game's got those settings. PC, you know, Master Race, right? But
That wasn't me. That was Austin that said that. Don't kill me in the comment section.
I'm just kidding.
You're treading on some very
Then
scary territory there.
PC though, it's gonna look gorgeous, man. I mean, it's gonna look beautiful on PS4 and Xbox One, but yeah, dude, the PC.
they said those screenshots are coming very soon. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't imagine until like December. They wouldn't like say like, "Oh, here's more PC screenshots." Now that
Yeah.
we've got you distracted from the next gen. And I don't know if this is the right time to talk about this, but at the end of the Newswire 2 days ago on Thursday, they actually mentioned that in the coming days they're going to be announcing more stuff. So
They really?
we're not even done with the releases yet.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they're not. I mean, we have 12 days, I think, until. Well, we're recording because we're recording this on Thursday. We have 12 days until game comes out. So 9 days when you're watching this on Saturday. You know, that's
It's close.
It's cutting down,
single
yeah.
digits.
yeah. So we're gonna have to, and I'm hoping that the more info they're talking about is something about online, because even though IGN had the article about the online, it wasn't much. It didn't bring like new stuff that we really wanted to the table.
The biggest things were the
wasn't as
screenshots.
filling. It wasn't as there was a bunch of screenshots, but it wasn't as like, oh my god, like this is what you can do. It wasn't like super cool. I was really hoping they would like nudge like heists, but nothing just yet.
They did it. Well,
Yeah,
I
they
guess
did.
we have that
Coming
later.
soon.
Yeah.
Coming soon in the podcast. Stay tuned to the podcast.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But no, one thing that I think the biggest thing with the graphics, people kind of were wanting to know is because single player, it's fun, right? Yeah, you're gonna play it for a week, 2, but online, that's what like people want. And I'm wondering if the graphics will look exactly the same as they do in single player, online, because didn't they like dumb the graphics down a little bit?
Oh, a lot as compared to the single player.
Yeah, right now on like
On the 360
consoles.
PS3. Yeah, it was dumbed down a lot.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if that's going to happen again. I hope it doesn't. I mean, I'm hoping the new
There
consoles
might be a
handle
little
it.
one. I mean, that's bound to happen. The game's just not going to look as great in single players as in online. But I think it's going to be a huge upgrade, no doubt. So
Yeah, for sure. But that's just the thing. They're putting all this single player stuff. Like, look at all this beautiful stuff. But then go to online. It's like, okay, well,
I can't imagine them
It's
dumbing
nice
it down
looking.
that much more, man.
it's not even them. It's just the consoles. That's the part that I am kind of looking for, or just wanting to see, because on PC, there's no question it's gonna look better.
Yeah.
than
They look amazing.
But
But I can't imagine it being like, okay, like I know they did it for current gen, or I guess Xbox 360 and PS3, where on single player it was so much nicer compared to the online, because they had to handle so much more things. I don't know, like maybe what if Rockstar, with these 30 players now allowed in the lobby, plus like all this crazy new features, plus like animals and all that stuff. Hopefully they can handle the load and it performs as well as we want it to.
That's the thing. You say animals, and I don't know about you guys, but I looked over all the screenshots of online that they released. I didn't see any animals, and now maybe they're just holding them off until maybe a trailer. I don't know, being optimistic there, but
Didn't they announce that this is going to come into online?
it was the leak, and granted, I want to believe it because it was from a Rockstar person, and obviously in that leak they confirmed, or they talked about the first person mode, which obviously happened. So I'm going to say there's about an 80% chance there's animals in online, but obviously we don't know for sure yet. But it's I don't know. I mean, I think everybody would love animals online, go hunting, and it'd be great.
It'd be
So,
cool.
I mean-
It'd be like extra things you can do just on top of what we already
yeah,
do.
but we don't officially know if they are going to be. But one thing that IGN actually did mention regarding online, the only thing that was kind of, I guess,
noteworthy.
yeah, exactly, is the character creation.
Yes, that is cool. It's kind of like a plastic surgery element. It's like, it kind of reminds me of Skyrim. You guys have
Yeah.
all played Skyrim, right?
Exactly.
Like the first 15 minutes of that game is making your character look like you get
15?
to literally adjust everything. Like,
I spent like an hour. Like,
right, you gotta make
get
the
your
perfect
eyebrows just right. You gotta get your
yeah,
Exactly.
you got to make the perfect one. So, I feel like it won't be as in depth as Skyrim. Obviously, Skyrim's like a
I don't know, because they did say that you could do like your lips, your nose, like your cheek placement, and they were talking about a bunch of stuff. So I don't know. It's definitely gonna be a lot better than the.
it
freaking
can't
parent
get any
system.
worse. There's no way it can get any
Like,
worse than what it
yeah.
was in this.
That was pretty bad, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. Now, people were saying, like you mentioned, plastic surgery. I don't think it's gonna be something where like you can just keep going back and remaking your character. Maybe that'd be cool, but I think it might be just a one-time only thing.
Really,
And-
like from the beginning, like that's it. Like you just
Yeah.
like once you transfer, it's like day one. It's like they put me in the surgery chair and say, "Make your decisions now."
Yeah,
Never hold your peace.
I think that's what's gonna happen. I mean, they might give you like that one extra shot, like maybe a couple days later, just to see. But I don't know.
In case we f up, here
Yeah.
you go. Here's a voucher.
Yeah, pretty much. But speaking of character creation, actually, you guys saw that one screenshot in the jail cell, or in the
Yeah, that was like
I
the
don't know.
most talked about screenshot today.
it was
Yeah,
in
it's-
the police station, and there's a mugshot. There's 2 online characters getting their mugshot taken. Many people were speculating that might be a cutscene for either creating characters or importing your characters from the old consoles, because there was only 2 characters there. So what do you guys think about that?
I think that makes the most sense, the character creation thing. And now that you mentioned the 2 characters that are there and you can only have 2 on the current system, that is starting to make a little bit more sense. But it's kind of a weird location. Like, why would they be put in jail?
Well, I mean, because we're all criminals, right? I don't know. That's
maybe you might
only
have a very
logical thing.
outstanding moral citizzen of a Grand Theft Auto Online character.
I mean,
Hey man, I always get money for good behavior, so I don't know what you're talking about.
right? But yeah, that was definitely one of the most interesting pictures that they decided to release, because it's either that, maybe some people were speculating it could be having to do with heists, and you have to pick, say, another couple people, and I don't know, you're browsing the police station. I don't know. Like, there's just a bunch of different theories on
Cops and crooks.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, there's a lot of different.
So there's a lot of different theories on whether or not, or what that picture is all about. I guess if you guys want, you can let us know in the comment section.
Yeah, let us know what you
There's
guys
also a second image released. It really didn't show anything too spectacular. It was really just the 2 guys still standing there, just from a different angle.
Yeah.
So,
and actually, one thing real quick, just in case you guys watching missed it throughout the week, as for transferring your characters, they actually shed some light on that. Pretty much everything is going to transfer, but we don't know about cars and properties. They haven't officially said whether or not that's going to be transferring as well, and shark card money. Did you guys hear about the whole shark card?
yeah, it only
situation?
goes to the console family.
Yeah, so like if you bought shark card money and you haven't used it and you plan on transferring it to the next gen, if you bought it on a 360, you can't transfer that shark card money to the
So start
PS4.
spending now.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
buy
only
all
shark
the
card money.
upgrades.
Like
I told
regular
people just
money.
buy adders. Just buy like adders. If you have shark card money and you want to transfer, just buy a bunch of adders, put them in your garage, and then once next gen comes out, or the PS4 and Xbox One, you could just sell the adders.
Yeah, it's gonna suck though, because if cars and properties don't transfer over,
They
I'm gonna
do.
have to sell all my cars. Well,
No,
they
they
haven't said
transfer
it.
over.
They said RP, money, and progression data. Like, I wonder what that progression.
You know how pissed people would be if they lost 20 plus cars? They
Yeah,
almost can't do that. They
But-
literally almost can't do that.
but people get pissed at everything. Rockstar don't care. Like,
Right, but
what that's
cars
gonna-
have a special place
what
in
that's
people's
gonna,
heart.
That is true. What's that going to do though is people would have to go buy cars and spend more money and buy more shark cards. So like, from Rockstar's
Oh, that's
perspective,
the
it's a great
ultimate
idea.
move.
I mean,
yeah, from a
I'm just saying.
businessman standpoint, that's great. But
Playing devil's advocate here, you know, you just got to look at it from their perspective. So, just we'll let you guys know, obviously, if there's any more information regarding cars and properties, but don't be surprised if we can't and you have to
gosh,
sell
if
everything.
you fire up your PS4 and you walk into your garage and there's not a single car there, apocalypse. Telling you.
The car apocalypse. We had the money apocalypse, and then we got the car. Oh man, but yeah, I think. I mean, like we said, there was nothing too special relating online just yet, except for the little bit of about
Character
heist
creation stuff, yeah.
Well,
and heist.
Then the little. Yeah,
Speaking of heist,
yeah.
Speaking of heist, we're moving into the topic of heist, and I know this is a very beloved topic by the viewers. Everybody loves heist that we haven't seen yet and wants it to come. But we got some more information, speculative stuff. That
well,
was
we got
released
one
that-
confirmation, which
Yeah.
it's coming to all platforms, which we suspected.
Yeah,
but
I mean, people would have been so pissed if it wouldn't have.
they would have been so shafted if it
Sorry,
didn't.
it's only coming to
exclusive.
PC.
or it's like PS4 exclusive.
Oh my
That'd have been
gosh.
horrible.
That would have been great.
But yeah, man,
Sony
heist.
would have been bank. Sony would have been so happy.
See,
Sony would have been happy.
there was a leak from an official Rockstar representative, and he said that the heist will come a few weeks after the release of next gen. Now,
It makes sense.
and then in the IGN article, they said soon. That's what Rockstar said, soon. And
yeah, soon to Rockstar
I have
is
the
like
perfect
within
comment.
the millennium.
the perfect comment was on my video when I talked about it. He has, OMG, the 6th heist official release date. What a load of bull. No offense, Saints fan, but how the hell do you believe them every time? And, I mean...
Yeah,
kinda
Saints
right,
fan,
though.
how are you so
Yeah,
stupid?
Saints fan. You
I mean,
suck.
Idiot. Why are you even in the squad? Get the hell out of here.
Exactly, but it was just funny when I read that. It's got 28 thumbs up too, so it's like other people.
Listen, awesome.
Kinda-
Just stay tuned. Just
Exactly.
stay
I mean, do we believe them? Are heists even real? Maybe. I don't know. It's just
Heists are a myth.
the whole heist drama and situation that's been happening for a year now. I don't know. Maybe
Sandstorm.
exactly. So, yeah, that's heist for you in a nutshell. But
It's like, really? That's the only question they asked about heist? You had one job, IGN. It seems like IGN just like sucked their thumbs and played the game and didn't like investigate or do anything.
They probably did, but also they couldn't repeat.
That's true.
That's the thing, because I was hoping for like them to be like, yeah, man, I was driving first person on the highway, and I hit a deer or something, something like that.
Yeah, give us something.
And I'm wondering if that was just Rockstar making.
Well, they
them,
probably had to approve all the articles they wrote.
That first, yeah. But I'm thinking, from what it seemed, IGN only played the death matches and races, because that's what they kind of talked about.
They
And
probably
it's
put
like,
them through a playlist.
yeah, and it's like, okay, that's cool, but the free mode is the stuff that we wanna hear about. So
You came all over here. Here is a playlist of a 30-person GT Online free roam, but there's not going to be a race, and there's only like 10 of you guys. So have fun.
well, actually, no, they did have a full playlist. They talked about 30 people in a race, and that should be pretty crazy. Like, we get hit enough now with 16 people.
Can you imagine races like the Commute or like?
I don't
just-
even-
Can you imagine the DNFs that I'm going to be getting?
Yeah.
No, that'll help you.
Yeah, you have, you'll have to have 16 people finish before you DNF.
Right, so that helps you.
God's stacked in your favor now.
Yeah, that's
But-
what you guys say now. And then time comes around, DNF, all day freaking DNF city over here. The mayor of DNFville.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot more non-contact races for sure. next
Right, like I can't. Gosh, like I struggle with 8 people, and
That'd be pretty trippy though. Non-contact and first person. You'll see like the other person in your car.
oh my gosh, that would look so weird. Because
Look at you through.
non-contact trips me out in third person, all like the merging colors.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Yeah, it should be interesting. It definitely should be interesting. But I don't know. I mean, oh wait up. We all right. Well, we kind of talked about everything we wanted to, the main topics, but there were some minor details that some people that was found in pictures and just looking through the trailers again, and one of those being neon lights. What do you guys?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Forgot
well,
all
that was
about
confirmed by IGN.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, we saw that in there was 2 pictures, and actually moving a little bit further,
The Vaca spoilers. The same.
Vaca.
It's not new. It's not new.
Oh, it's not new?
I got corrected in my video today.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yes.
I said that too. I thought it was, but the Zentorno actually had a license plate, which many people pointed out. So maybe we'll be seeing some new customization
That
options.
next gen technology, license
Exactly,
plates
bro.
on supercars.
Vacas. And actually, somebody mentioned this on Twitter. I think neon lights might only be for super and maybe sports cars.
Could you imagine neon lights on a Panto?
Well, that's
How
what,
great
like,
would that be?
It'd be cool, but
That'd be funny.
I just don't know if I don't know.
Like they see
'cause
me rolling.
Somebody he's like, dude, if there's neon lights on every car, like GTA Online at night's gonna be a light show. Like you're just gonna see lights driving
So
around.
true.
So
That is
I don't know.
so true.
It should be because you already know there's gonna be a chrome Zentorno with like flashing
The money
neon
wheels,
lights.
yeah, the rainbow neon lights. Yep.
Yeah. So,
God.
but yeah, that's something to look
Look
forward
like a
to.
rave.
It's gonna look like Fast and Furious 1 all over again, like 1998.
Fast and Furious 2, man. They have hydraulics and everything, hopefully. But there was that. There was also a question we got answered as to the Dukes. So it looks like
Ooh, the regular Dukes is
the
back.
regular Dukes is back for sure. And that's awesome because people were like, oh, are we only going to have the Duke of Death? What's going on? Well, no. You have the regular Dukes, which is great. But actually, I'm wondering if the Duke of Death might be like a Pegasus vehicle in online.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah, a lot of people like that the regular Dukes was back. So
I think another one was God, I can't think. Oh God, it was
is it a car?
No, there was one other bit of information. God, I had it in my mind. And I lost it.
NPCs driving DLC cars.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, that's another.
Yeah, there was
really
the picture
awesome
of
thing.
the Huntley, and there was also in the
Dude,
in the first trailer,
there was DLC cars everywhere. There was
Right.
the Alpha, there was the Dukes, there was the Panto, there was like everything. So that's really cool to see how now I'm glad there's not going to be one of like 2 cars driving around on the interstate because oh my god, that made
It's
me
always
so
the
mad.
freaking Mini Cooper and some other car.
Yeah, it's always like, and every car is a Simeon car. So maybe now you have less chance of getting a freaking Simeon car and getting 2 stars on you.
That's all we want.
Yeah. So thank
all
you,
we're
Rockstar,
asking
for
for.
listening. But I think that's pretty much it.
Do we have any speak pipes or no?
We have a few. We have 2. But
Load those bad boys up, and while you're loading them up, I quickly want to say Microsoft has officially completed its acquisition of Mojang.
All right.
Minecraft.
So now you can play
Minecraft.
Minecraft on your
Everything.
Surface Pro.
Exactly.
It's probably
All
gonna
right.
come.
So here we have the first question from Phoebe Gibby.
That's a great name.
Yes, it is.
Hello, Squadcast. How are you doing today?
Hi, Dom.
I was just wondering one question, and I just want to know what's your guys' input on this. But now that Rockstar unleashed the trailer for first-person mode on GTA 5 Next Gen, do you think that we'll start implementing this first-person mode into every other GTA game? Or as a fact, do you think they'll start implementing that in any other future game, such as Red Dead or Bully? And do you think it'll work if it's a success?
Well, that definitely wasn't Dom Ross, but thank you.
I know.
For 50 Gibby is. What do you guys think? I think that if it's a huge success, that they're gonna make it a thing.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's a new type of gaming. I mean, look at Skyrim or just Bethesda games in general. They have the whole third person, first person mode kind of down. But I don't know any other major games that really do a third/first person. Is there any that I'm not thinking of? Or
Skyrim is one of the few, but Skyrim pulled it off pretty brilliantly.
exactly. So I'm hoping that GTA on next gen will have it just as fun. And I mean, look, all the animations, they redid everything. It looks like it's going to be really great. So yeah, I think moving forward, for sure, man, they'll be doing this with other games. I mean, why not? It's some extra stuff,
I just don't think they've had the technology. Because think about it, it's like in previous GTA games, the technology's been even worse. Like
That
the
is true,
PS2 or Xbox original. So they're limited to what it's like a painter is limited to his easel or whatever he can create. So it's like that's basically it. They've been dealing with very crappy consoles, and up until now they're getting like the good easel to work on. So
yeah. And then finally, the last question from Anonymous.
Hey guys, I just want to ask if when the next generation of GTA comes out, will y'all be recording more videos, like a lot more, or will it just be like a daily thing like normally?
So a little personal sort of question. So I think we have some big plans for next gen.
yeah, we're definitely going to increase our video content for you guys. Obviously, there's going to be a lot to cover. We're not going to give away a lot, but we plan on bringing back some series that you guys were used to a few months ago.
Yeah.
So if you've made it this far in the Squadcast, you'll probably understand what series we're talking about. But
It's the squad goes to the strip club.
right,
It's just the whole
yeah, which is-
full-blown series.
We
that
used to
we
do
just-
that weekly.
Yeah,
We'd
so we're
make
gonna bring
Garrett
that
pay
back.
the tab.
Yeah, so that's why I'm so broke in GTA Line. These guys are balling rich millionaires.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely. I know we all are gonna be super grinding out content for the next gen in terms of videos, in terms of us collabing together, doing more funny moments, and even we're gonna be more productive in the live stream sector. Sector.
Yeah,
I don't
we're
even know
going to be
sector.
doing a lot of stuff, and PS4 and Xbox Ones. That's just one. That's just the first part. Once PC comes out and mods,
Oh
it's
baby.
going to be a whole nother level. So you guys haven't seen anything yet. We're going to be doing.
If you guys have made it this far, you guys are the diehard fans that
We need a
watch the
word.
Squadcast.
We need a word.
Oh, the word is just make it DX,
DX
Racer. at this
Racer.
point. Spam DX Racer in
Yeah,
the comment
DX
section.
Racer.
DX, like I was gonna use words, but DX and then Racer, RACER. But yeah, I'm really excited for everything that's coming with the next gen. As final words, final thoughts, Austin.
I mean, there's
Stay
just
tuned.
yeah.
Stay tuned.
For more content. But no, it's like like I said, I'm super excited. I'm excited for just the small things that Rockstar includes in the next gen. Like, yeah, the first person, everything's gonna be cool, but just to see the little things, the new things that, especially from the first person perspective, man, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
All right, well, with that said, this has been Squadcast episode 35. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys do drop a like. Check out everyone's channels in the description. Make sure, Ross, you put our channels in the description. And with that said, anything else?
I think that's it.
Oh, sir. We're gonna end it
All right,
here.
later, guys.
Peace.
Bye.